So today we have Yusuf here, and Yusuf has been doing some really cool, crazy builds. He's been landing clients, and I've been wanting to share his story for a long time. I think he'll have a lot of cool stuff to share that you can learn on how he's kind of building these agents and creating a lot of value, honestly. So, Yusuf, really excited to have you, man. Could you
Thanks
just
for
give
that.
us a quick intro of, yourself, what you do, and the stuff you're building?
So my name is Yusuf, and of course, I joined the Bookton team because my main mission is to help businesses stop missing out on leads. So what I actually started doing was just creating agents in Bookton, um, creating quick demos, and then running around into offices, showing the demo, showing how cool it is, and then literally watch jaws drop of how the agent calls them, and the agent is so conversational. This specific build I've been doing has been probably my biggest build. So, do you want me to dive really deep into the nitty
Well,
gritty?
let's take a step back first. Like right now, just to give everyone like context and background, I remember this was way back. You were part of the accelerator. You saw us from Booked In,
Yes.
Liam's accelerator, for more context. But like, walk me through when you first saw his post. Walk me through what was going on in your business, what you were trying to do before you found us.
Wow. From going that back, like it feels like it was not too long ago, like a month ago,
Yeah.
but it feels like a long time ago because I did not have a path. So before I heard about Booked In, I I was in the accelerator, but I did not know what path I'm gonna go down. I did not know what issue I'm gonna solve for people. I have a lot of knowledge on AI automation, and I have a lot of knowledge on how it can be useful for real world business problems. So I'm from the accelerator, I'm a certified AI strategist and consultant. So I can pinpoint solutions quick. So I was like, okay, so I am 20 years old. What enterprise company is going to hire me to give them an audit and not someone else? So I got like one to two audits for an engineering firm. I got actually got two. I got one for an engineering firm. I got one for a law firm. I got two audits, but it was like it was not scalable because I got those from warm, like friends of warm leads. So I was just in a position where like, okay, where do I go next? What am I gonna solve? I was like, I really need to niche down, be a deep expert in one specific solution. And I booked in just popped up on my feed, and I was like, huh? So I looked into it a bit more. I was like, okay, so what does booked in really do? And then I realized it solves a huge problem. I remember hopping on a call with you and asking you the same question because I'm very quick. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and like read everything. So I remember I booked a call with you. I asked you, I was like, "Yo, what does Booked do?" And then you laughed and you just showed me, and it was really cool because it solves a huge pain point, and that's connecting businesses with their leads right away. A lot of like Alex Hormozy emphasizes on this, like you need to call your leads right away or else they're gonna be gone. And this is a big pain point. So once I heard about Booked I was like, boom, that's exactly what I want to focus on. Like that is a amazing problem to solve, and Booked is just gonna make that process 10 times easier. Like I went from not knowing what niche I want to get into to having a general niche. So I didn't pick yet one specific industry, but I have one specific solution I'm solving. And Booked just took me from no path to a demo in 1 week. Literally straight up. Like it was boom. And I hope you know I was in that accelerator for it's amazing. Accelerator is amazing. A lot of knowledge in there. I was in it for about 6 months before I found out about Booked and the thing about the accelerator is it makes you extremely knowledgeable about AI, and you need to choose where you want to go. And then that's where Booked came and it was like, this is the way that you gotta go. This is the best way. This is like a huge pain point, and a lot of like you'd be surprised about a lot of businesses that are having this issue with their leads and not following up with leads or answering leads.
Yeah, there's so much like breakage inside like industries. It's crazy the amount of like just value you can create, but not only create, but like they can see, right?
Yeah,
So, the thing with Booked it's cool, but like a lot of people initially they use stuff like VAPI, NNN, stitch it together, right? So what I always try to understand from other, the user's perspective is like, where is the value? What is the value you're kind of getting out of the the book and community and software, and why not just go with just making your own, stitching it together?
So right now, the value is, I think I pinpointed it very clearly in the beginning. The biggest value was how quick I went from not having a product to having a straight demo and something I'm selling right away. So it's that calling people back in like the any that. So the one thing I like and love about Booked In is that if you're coming in and you don't know how to build, you don't know how to do anything, because I like keep in mind I came in with still a lot of knowledge on how to develop. So if you're coming in with nothing, with no knowledge, you can literally have $1,000 a month product in one night. That's the thing. That's the thing about Booked In. But in my corner, I still like the builds I'll show you right now is still a bit more complicated, and
Crazy.
that's the amazing thing about Booked In. So Booked In is extremely tailored to make your builds a lot easier and overnight, like done. You have a like production ready product overnight, but you can also, if you are a custom developer and you like to develop your own things and have your own sauce in there and cook in your own logic and on your own prompts and tools, you can also do that while leveraging Booked-in's strong side too.
Yeah, I see a lot of people really liking the like just using it as a white label dashboard too, which I didn't think
That
about initially,
that's
but yeah.
that's yeah, that's pretty good. So I can show you my screen right now, but
Yeah. Okay.
you see,
So initially, just for context, can you tell me about at a high level? Let's say I have no idea what you're doing, no idea who you're solving for. Like, take me through it in terms of like, who is the customer you're solving for? What is the problem? And what is the entire, if a human were to do it, what is the steps that they would do to get whatever you're doing done?
okay, so right now I'm solving a big issue for a laundromat, like an Uber laundromat. So basically, it's a laundry business that they pick up your laundry from your home, go wash it, and bring it back.
Hmm.
There's a lot of details behind it. When clients are booking, like you need to check the availabilities, you need to check the partnered laundromats availabilities, you need to check the Uber availabilities, you need to check what time the laundry can be dropped back off. There's a lot that goes into it. So right now the issue I'm solving is their lead reactivation, basically.
Okay.
So right now I'm building and I have been building a SMS, primarily SMS build for this company
Hmm.
that they'll be able to use and do outbound messages to their clients, and just a simple message like it'll shoot like for like in the strategies I can show you here. I didn't get
Yeah.
to building a strategy for this specific build yet because I'm still building the whole prompting and fixing the tools. But basically, just gonna shoot a quick message and say, "Hey, like we haven't seen you in a while," yada yada yada. And the cool thing about Booked In is the context it remains. So when they respond, the agent's job and what I'm fully building is that the agent's going to be able to text the client, have a little conversation back and forth, and then identify the intent that they're trying to book. And then once they're trying to book, it goes into running a lot of tools. You can see the complexity behind the tool calling, but the best part about it is the outbound part. So
Hmm.
the outbound part, and for it to remain context, is
Is
where
this your
Booked
client's
In
account or is
like
this your
does the
account?
heavy lifting. Sorry,
The account we're looking at right now, is that your account or your client's account?
this is the client's account. So
Okay.
this is fully the client's account here. This is just testing I've been doing. So what the nice thing here is whenever I'm texting, I can come in here and like this is like the whole client summary. This is the whole SMS conversation it had. You can see I'm still prompting it to be better. Um,
But
mhm.
so tell me this. So right now you're building this. Just for some extra context, guys. If you see this, this is Yusuf. He has white labeled the Booked-in platform, and it's basically Silora AI. That's his company, and he's using this and N8N to build these complex workflows. This is a crazy client, by the way, that they have their own CRM. I've never really heard of that.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's been the um the little bump, I'd
Hmm.
say, is the custom CRM, but we're getting through because APIs is like a whole thing that you already have to get into. So just you have to work with whatever you have when it comes to calling an API and
Yeah.
get or post API call. So yeah,
So tell me this. So right now you're serving these clients, right?
yeah.
Walk me through how you kind of found them, how you guys identified that this is a problem, and then decided that this is going to be the build, and how you close them. Like, I'm trying to get through the entire
So that was a
story.
that was a warm lead. So what I did is I hit the warm lead method that you'll learn once you start business like this. So you just start scraping your warm leads and friends of warm leads and warm leads of warm leads, and you get to find business owners. So what I did is I got a conversation like that whole long path of tracking warm leads. I got into a conversation with the owner of this company, and I was like, "Hey, dude, can I do a quick discovery call with you?" Boom. All I did is ask them three questions. I forget. It's like very general questions I still ask, but it's basically just asking like, if you could change one thing about your business, what is it? What if you could fix one pain point today that would bring you guys more cash tomorrow? What would it be? And it's general questions to highlight what they're suffering in right now. And the main thing was highlighting that they're recurring clients. So I was like, huh. So your reoccurring clients. The tactic is I didn't offer them anything right away. I took that information home, figured out what I could do, and then I figured out the solution. I booked another call with them and said, hey, I'm gonna build you XYZ, and then as I was building it, as in the process of building it, is when I found out about Booked In. So I was like,
Mm.
boom, let me just freaking use Booked In for this now. It just saves me hours for the building the strategy part of doing the outbound, and then I was able to close them on this deal, and now it's just left with fully delivering because now they want the voice agent and for it to be able to book in new clients
You better
and
be upselling them, man.
oh, definitely, that's the point of running a business. But it's you gotta upsell, you gotta make your profits and your money.
Hmm.
But that's the gist of how I got them signed up. We just gotta the best thing is to just literally if you're starting out, and even you'll learn this in Booked In too. It's like you got the first best thing to do is scrape your warm leads. Like that's the best place to start. Your warm leads, find out, and then get on a quick discovery call. Find out any of their pain points. Don't pitch anything right away at all. Take that home, soak it up, and figure out what you want to solve for them. Even though you might already have the demo ready, but just let them sink in. Like let them feel their pain for that night, and then the next day or 3 days later you can with Booked In now you can literally just come back with a demo right away, not even a proposal. You can come back with a demo, which is very cool. A new tactic I'm doing now is I'm going to cold leads and literally just pulling like I don't even want to talk. I'm just like, hey, I have something cool you want to see. Sure, done, show it, their jaws drop, and then contract signed.
That's awesome. I love that how you put it together. I'm sure people, so many people are like struggling to get their first couple clients. I know you're doing a couple builds, so it's like pretty inspiring to hear from like
So
someone ahead of them. Let me ask you this. So, right now, if you were to explain what Booked In is to a friend, what would you say, and who is it really perfect for?
Booked In is perfect for someone who has a little bit of knowledge about AI and wants to make money selling very strong and powerful and useful AI solutions. So if I were to describe it to a friend, it'd be like Booked In is a software and a system that gets you up on your feet in one night. That's literally what I'd say. Gets you up on your feet to sell AI agents in one night. Literally solve huge problems like you can bring in businesses an extra 10 to 50K a month with Booked In. Easy, easy, overnight. That's the best way to solve it. One, little thing I do want to say for anyone watching is it's not that easy to get clients. Of course, you're gonna go in and walk in. Like I have to make this. I don't want anyone to think that it's. I feel like I made it sound too easy. Like out of 100 offices I walk into, like probably 70 of them look at me like they're impressed, but they're just like, okay, they're like, oh my god, that's so cool, and then they just go on with it. They like, we don't want that right now. Come back later or whatever. There's always like that's the reality of business. You can offer someone like the best offer, and they'll always like that's the reality of it. But it's consistency.
Yeah.
You just got to keep shooting your shots because there's those people that are gonna look at it and hold out the pen right away and be like, this is something I need solved today. So that's the beauty of booked in.
That's a good advice, man. I was like, I remember before most people start, this is where I've been seeing. It's like initially people have the problem of what am I gonna sell, and then they figure that out, and then they become okay. How do I build this? Then there's another big, technical hurdle, and then it becomes how can I sell? So hopefully, if we can like shorten the gap for the first two as low as possible, the second one just becomes very easy to get to.
Yeah, very because once you like people undermine by people I mean guys like us that are starting out agencies or companies for the first time, second time, even if it's your second time. This is my second company, but you undermine the value of a demo. So the value of a strong demo can literally help your sale increase in my experience by like 50 to 60%. Like when they like people people will choose fact over theory. So if they see that it's actually working and they see that like it's there and it exists and it just talked to them and it just qualified them and it just booked them in and it just handled like 4 or 5 objections on one phone call rather than you sitting there in front of them and saying, "Oh, I'll build you this and that and that." That changes your whole sales script. So yeah, this process does make it a lot easier to get from that bridge to selling because it even increases your selling percentages.
Yeah, that's really good advice. So Yusuf, tell me finally, I'm like, two things. First, if you have any words of advice for anyone watching, what would you tell them? And then where can they find you if they need any help?
Words of advice. Words of advice is don't think too much, man. Don't think when you're starting, don't think too much about what path you want to take. It's like once you identify a clear solution, all you need to do is execute. You need to be proactive. You need to actually find out your solutions to what's gonna get you to your goals. You need to have your goals clear and be okay, how am I gonna get to my goals? Okay, and you need to define them and have very clear goals. Because I did not have clear goals. I told you 6 months. I was in the accelerator. I had like amazing knowledge. I was getting amazing help, but I just didn't know what path I was gonna go down. I didn't know I didn't know what problem I was gonna solve. So all I'm gonna say is the quicker you find what problem you're gonna solve, and the quicker you find how you're gonna solve it, all it takes is execution from there and chasing the clients and building your business from there. And booked in literally cuts down that whole process by like 80%, 70%. But that 20% of selling needs consistency and discipline. That's it. If you guys want to find me, I post like my main platform right now that I post on is LinkedIn. You can just search up my name, Yusuf Abourawi, Abourawi is my last name. They can see my first name pop up, right?
Yeah,
On the screen.
I'll
Yeah. So
leave it in the description too.
yeah, that's it. If you guys ever have any questions or want to learn anything about building some complex agents.
Yeah, because your one's pretty complex. So I was like,
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
that's why you have to bring in the big guns with an end. But you know what?
yeah.
I just wanted to show this off, show anything as possible. But Yusuf, thanks for being on today, sharing your journey. Really appreciate it. And
Of
however we
course.
can support you, we're gonna keep doing it.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you,
All
Simon.
right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Yusuf. Take care, man.
Have a great day. Bye
Yeah, you
bye.
too. Bye. Okay.